% against Gatti. In short terms, he gets hit too much.
I want to make one correction. According to Larry Hazard, who told me in the ring after our interviews, he did not tell the referee to watch for an injury to Mashinsky. He was merely asking Mashinsky whether the cut came from a butt or from a punch.
In association with Bally's Park Place Casino Resort and Budweiser, the undisputed, undefeated king of beers, This Bud's For You presents the HBO Boxing After Dark main event of the evening, 10 rounds, lightweights. Ring officials assigned by the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board. Your judges at ringside are, from Ardsley, New York, Melvina Lathan; from Landing, New Jersey, Ed Leahy; and from Cedar Grove, New Jersey, Steve Weisfeld. Your referee for this event, from Newark, New Jersey, Earl Morton. Introducing now the principals first. In the red corner to my right, wearing the blue trunks with the gold trim, he weighs in at 135 3/4 pounds with a professional record of 25 victories, 2 defeats, and 10 wins coming by way of knockout. He hails from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, introducing mighty Ivan Robinson. His opponent in the blue corner, wearing the black trunks, weighing 136 pounds, with a professional record of 29 victories, 2 defeats, 24 wins coming by way of knockout. He boxes out of Jersey City, New Jersey, ranked number 7 in the world by the Budweiser ratings of Fight Game magazine, former IBF Junior Lightweight Champion of the World, Arturo Thunder Gatti. 10 rounds, lightweight.
No jokes. Y'all both received the same instructions. I expect you to obey my command. I want a good, clean break and protect yourself at all times. Keep your punches up, touch gloves, and good luck, fellas.
Go on now, Martin.
Gatti told us that he was sick of having to fight a desperate fight. We'll see if he can do anything about it here.
These two guys were together in Pernell Whitaker's training camp before his fight with Oscar De La Hoya in June of 1997. They know each other well. They like each other. Ivan Robinson said he's a terrific guy. I think of him as a good friend. We'll still be good friends after the fight, but tonight we're going to get it on. And Robinson comes out throwing roundhouse rights to try to get Gatti's attention from the beginning, and Gatti misses with a wild left hook in return. Interesting piece of opening aggression by Ivan Robinson, who lands a right hand across the top. Maybe he's trying to cut Gatti in the first round the way Angel Manfredi did.
Yeah, he is, but if he's not careful, he's going to get caught with a big punch. And if he gets caught with that big punch from Gatti, it's going to be dangerous.
Well, the right hand is the vulnerability of Gatti. That's what he's been training to change by taking a sideways stance to his opponent rather than straight ahead. I don't know if it's working so far, Roy.
But already you see the style that Robinson wants to employ, entering, scoring points, trying to begin and finish the exchanges and then get back out. He wants to go in and move away.
There's some big punches on Arturo Gatti early too.
Ivan Robinson with a tremendous start in round number 1.
And here it is, a minute into the fight, and Gatti's left eye is already puffing.
This is what happens when two guys know each other well. They don't have to waste any time.
They've never sparred together, even though they spent weeks together in Whitaker's camp. It's a little unusual given the fact that they're the same size that they didn't spar. And Robinson said it never really occurred to me at that time that we might fight somewhere down the road. It was only later when I started thinking, wow, I like him so much, I might have to fight him. Good body shot by Gatti with the left hand. But another storm in return from Robinson. Landed a right hand across the top. Good left hook by Ivan Robinson. took by Gatti.
Robinson is taking these punches pretty good right now. You can tell we're on boxing after dark already.
Oh yeah, this is a boxing after dark round 1. No question. This round reminds me a little bit of the 10th round of Bo Holyfield 1. First half of the round has belonged to Robinson. Second half of the round has belonged to Thunder Gatti.
This is a good fight here, Jim.
They know how to find each other, that's for sure. If you want to see guys who are going to hit and get hit, you found the right address tonight. HBO's Boxing After Dark.
Doesn't get much better than that. I've said that a few times over the years. Sometimes it even gets better than that.
Arturo, listen to me. You don't have to kill this guy, okay?
Well, so much for him not having to fight from desperation. Practically from the first 3 seconds of the fight.
And you saw that the left eye is already swollen and puffy. Gatti smiles as he stalks Robinson across the ring. And referee Earl Morton pulls him back. In round 1, Ivan Robinson threw 112 punches and landed 57 of them. Gatti 27 out of 80. More of Gatti's were power shots. Well, if step 1 of Robinson's plan was to damage Gatti's chronically swollen left eye, he's accomplished that.
Well, Robinson's condition is going to be a thing for him here. He has to be conditioned to go some time because I don't think his punching power is going to knock Arturo out right now. He's going to have to wear him down a little bit more before he can knock him out.
Terrific right cross by Gatti.
Arturo can't knock him out because Arturo has that one-punch power.
Gatti just punishing Robinson to the body and to the head in the first minute of round 2.
Those big shots take a lot out of you, though, Jim. Both throwing them and catching them.
And Ivan claimed that he's never been in better condition for a fight than is the case here. He learned from Philip Holliday what it means to out-condition your opponent.
Well, he's been in Philadelphia gym wars since he was 9 years old. And this looks exactly like that.
What would another loss do to Gatti's career, Larry?
Well, it wouldn't do him any good.
I'll tell you what, it wouldn't hurt him too bad, though, because people love to see a guy that fights like this.
Well, there's certainly nobody in the sport more worth buying a ticket to see if style is the issue. But he's got to keep winning to be marketable.
Robinson giving as good as he's getting, and sometimes better.
This requires no commentary. if you've ever seen boxing before, and you have even the vaguest sense of when it's good, you know what you're looking at.
thing you have to wonder is with Arturo Gatti coming off the loss to Manfredi, why do you match him up to another boxer? Why don't you match him to a puncher?
Yeah, particularly a guy who can move the way Robinson can.
Easy for him because you stand in front of him. Use the jab, keep moving, make him round easy. Make it easy. Come on, pop the jab, step around, step around. You got to keep going around this way or that way. Keep
You're right, Bob. Arturo, take your time. Don't try to kill this guy. Get in your rhythm, okay? Get in your rhythm. You want to take this guy into a few rounds, okay? And you got to think defense, okay? Hands up. You're doing a great job keeping your hand, but don't be afraid to fall away from that right hand, okay? You okay? You're following the guy.
This is a battle of one guy going and then the other. Here you see a fusillade of punches from Gatti upstairs, downstairs. Two good left hands, and now you're going to see Robinson answering later in the round. That big right uppercut looked about the hardest punch in the fight so far.
And your eyes might pop at first at the high connect percentage for Robinson. Over 50%, 52% to this point in the fight. But remember, the graphic showed you before the fight, Gatti's last 5 opponents have connected at a 51% rate. He eats half the punches that come his way.
You know, you ask yourself, can Robinson go like this for the entire 10 rounds? Well, he went sort of like this for 12 rounds against Philip Holiday. So if he's in great shape, then that's not going to be a problem for him, the pace of this fight.
I tell you what, this is a fight that fans can watch every day. You got a classic boxer and a classic puncher here, and this always makes for a terrific fight.
A classic boxer who's willing tonight to exchange. And you heard Ivan Robinson's corner asking him to exchange a little less. But so far, he continues to show a willingness to stand in there with Arturo and trade punches. Maybe because he's landing so much, it's hard to step away from it.
Yeah, it is, but I think Arturo is actually hurting his body some. I think Arturo hurt him bad with a left body shot just a few seconds ago.
Okay, let's keep it in. Come on.
Warning for low blow there from Earl Morton. Gatti taking the warning. Never took his eyes off of Robinson as he listened to Earl Morton.
Now, Robinson went to the same high school as Meldrick Taylor. Like Taylor, he has really good boxing skills. But like Taylor, he wants to get in there and trade, and sometimes that backfires.
The high school was Simon Gratz in Pennsylvania, or Philadelphia, I should say. They trade, and they trade, and they trade again.
But Robinson seems to be getting the best of it right now.
He is getting the best of it right now.
8 minutes of sustained brilliance by both fighters. Assault after assault after assault. Here comes Gatti.
Now blood coming from the eye of Gatti.
Well,
That was inevitable.
what took so long?
Hard left hook by Gatti. Backs Robinson up.
He's going for broke with that left hook, Jim.
But Robinson is taking everything from him.
Yeah, he is. And he's landing a good uppercut on the inside. Robinson is.
Robinson just targeting Gatti. Firing combinations and landing punch after punch. Gatti says, give me more. I love this kind of fight.
It's who he is and what he does.
What's wrong?
I hit my head, that's all.
You all right?
You got to get around this guy. We don't want you trading with him. Get around. Right hand uppercut. Right hand uppercut. And turn, turn, turn.
Slow the pace up a little bit. That means put pressure on him, but make him miss. You ain't got to kill him with every shot, okay? You hear what I'm saying? Yeah. You hear what I'm saying? Don't try to kill this guy. Just make it easy. Make this round easy, okay? Keep touching to the body. You don't have to kill him with it, all right? But you walk in behind the jab. Don't let him hit you with the right hand.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Hey, come on. I'm going to have your help.
Hey. You're standing too straight with
Robinson has always had good skills. Here you see him using it to elude Gatti, hit him with combinations. 2-punch combination followed by a 3-punch combination. Good work from Ivan Robinson.
Harold, how'd you score the first 3 rounds?
Jim, I got it 30-27, 3 rounds to nothing. Ivan Robinson. I think he's bugging him in this war. I'll be honest with you. And I'll tell you something else. I don't think Arturo Gatti really sees that right hand coming, because that left eye is really swelling badly. And if you watch Robinson, every time he throws a right hand, he connects. So far, I'm clean punching alone. I've got Ivan Robinson winning every round.
I have the same score. Fairly obvious.
Yeah. I mean, the drama would appear to be established already. Can Gatti land enough thunder to score a knockout? Will Robinson stick to his game plan enough to last in the fight and score a decision victory?
Robinson obviously sees this as a crossroads fight. He told us this is his Olympics. This is his championship fight. If he was going to be a professional fighter who could make money, he had to make his stand here, and he is making it.
I tell you what, Arturo Gatti is going to have to start blocking some of these punches or slipping them, because he won't be able to take this peckering like this all night.
Ivan Robinson feels as though he hasn't gotten as much attention as he deserved in his career. So he relished this opportunity to step back into the spotlight and look ahead to bigger things. What a statement it would be on how every fight could be different if Robinson were unable to beat the light-hitting Philip Holiday, but able to beat the thunderous punching of Arturo Gatti.
Well, styles make fights. Philip Holiday is a good fighter that throws multiple punches just like Ivan Robinson. He's more experienced at fighting that type of a fight than Robinson, but they're fighting the same fight. In this matchup, you have a classic boxer against a classic puncher.
And there's the classic puncher doing his work. Right hand over the top by Gatti.
I thought Robinson was a little bit out of balance. As he turned sideways, he got caught. But it is a clear knockdown, and it puts Gatti back in the fight in terms of the scoring.
Yeah, 2-point round would be huge for Gatti at this point.
He needed something real bad, and he made it happen.
And that brings the chance of Gatti back from the crowd. And Arturo tries to respond as round 4 of a great battle comes to a close. And the two good friends smiling and laughing with one another after 4 rounds of spirited warfare. Oh, that's great to see.
Lovely.
Well, they winked at each other just before the fight started.
Everything's okay. Put it in there. Now listen to me, goddamn. Listen to me. Listen. You see how good you did when you took your time? Then at the end you tried to kill him, didn't you? Why do you do that? Take your time, okay? It's gonna come. Okay? You listen to me. You hear what I'm saying?
Open up. Go down the middle. Bang, bang. 1, 2. He swelled up.
Win the fight with a jab and the right hand up.
Take a look at the knockdown. There you can see it hit Robinson. The punch landed Robinson high on the head and sort of almost muscled him over rather than knocked him over.
Maybe that extra 8 pounds, huh?
That could be. And there's always something about those punches right up on the top of the head or very high on the head.
Well, they can make you lose your balance. Exactly right, Jim.
Round 4, Gatti landed 29 of 82 punches. Robinson 31 of 68. So that was the first frame in which Gatti actually threw more punches than Ivan. And you heard Bob Waring telling Gatti, stick to your boxing. Don't try to knock him out with 1 punch. It's going to come if you're patient. Robinson landing the uppercut.
Good uppercut by Ivan Robinson. That's the punch his corner told him to go to earlier in the fight.
You know, they made this a 10-round fight because Gatti felt that if the fight with Manfredi had been 10, they would have let him finish it. but he might have needed 12 against Robinson.
Gatti with the left hook combination, body and head. Robinson comes back with a flurry of right hands. Both men scoring in the first minute of the fifth.
Now Arturo is slipping some of those punches.
You saw the cut under Gatti's left eye. So since it is under the eye instead of over it, the blood won't be seeping into his eye. And maybe he preserves a little more visibility that way, although, as Harold Letterman pointed out, the eye is badly swollen as well. Good right hand by Gatti.
I tell you what, Gatti is doing exactly what Waring told him to do. He's punching, throwing light punches, trying to win the fight first. He's not trying to kill with every punch, and he's landing a lot more punches that way.
Great right hand by Robinson.
Beautiful 1-2 by Robinson.
This is a 10-round fight, not a 12-round fight. No official title at stake. So as we reach the end of round 5, we are coming to the halfway point in the bout. And that makes the knockdown for Gatti in the last round even more important. As Larry pointed out, he got him back into the fight on the scorecards, or should have anyway. Oh, good right hand by Gatti, good left hand by Robinson.
Come on.
Both men still landing with great frequency.
Oh, good right hand by Robinson.
Ivan Robinson having a big night as he tries to set up the upset victory over Arturo Gatti, which would energize his career.
Hold it there. Hold it. I got this here. Hold it. I got this here. Hold it. Okay. Oh, don't blow your nose. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Don't worry about that. Put your foot down. Okay. Look. Take your time, okay? All right. Nice and easy, baby. Look. Hey.
It takes none off. You got the turn, Ivan. Ivan, you make the fight easy when you give him angles. You give him angles, hit him with combinations, he go. Okay. That's it. All right. Make it easy.
Man, deep breath. Don't show up for the people out there. They can't help you if you get in trouble. Right. You got to keep your mind on.
Take your time, okay? Take your time. Get in your rhythm. Get under the stuff, okay? Hold on. Don't walk me out. Give me a mouthpiece.
Every Gatti fight seems to be held in ER, the emergency room.
And now a delay as the ring rope is repaired. Just to the right of Ivan Robinson at the edge of the screen, there was a repair on the ring rope. That's done now. Gatti starts out popping 2 little jabs. In round 5, Gatti threw 106 punches. Robinson threw 96. Between them, they landed 77. So it continues as a war as we move into the 6th of a scheduled 10.
Robinson came into this fight as a 4 or 5-1 underdog. He is not an underdog anymore.
And those odds were a little lopsided to begin with, just because of the manifest skills that Robinson has demonstrated throughout his career as both an amateur and a pro. He knows how to fight.
That's right.
Well, and he's taking a great punch here.
Taking a beautiful punch here, Larry.
That comes from conditioning, determination.
Taking a punch from a guy who outweighs him 8 or 9 pounds in the ring tonight. But in addition to constantly living in desperation in the ring, Gatti is constantly fighting the battle of making weight at 135, or even more desperately prior to this at 130, and that takes a lot out of him too. He walks around at over 160.
Must have been hanging out with Vince Phillips.
I got you. Let him out.
Well, his left hook is just as stout as Vince Phillips' straight right hand.
Yes, it is. See, when he moved his head left and right, then Ivan couldn't pinpoint him to land a big shot on him. That's what he needs to do more, move his head.
Robinson stunning Gatti inside. The straight right hand stopped Gatti in his tracks. Arturo not throwing. Robinson with a chance for a knockout. Gatti holds on.
He was definitely wobbled and ready to be taken, but Robinson momentarily got tired and had to back off.
Now, when Gatti got into this kind of trouble against Gabriel Ruelas, Ruelas left openings, and Gatti landed the left hook that won him the fight. Robinson has to be careful as he continues to land shots.
And there it was.
Oh, he got caught with a big punch.
Look, can you believe this guy? Can you believe
This
Gatti?
is unbelievable.
This is him. You can't walk into nothing big either, though, Jim.
So both men come close to scoring knockouts in round number 6.
And Gatti finishes stronger.
Stand up there straight when you... All right, let it go. Let it go.
Here we see Robinson landing this real devastating flurry. And at the end of the round, when Robinson thought he had him finished, that right hand turned the tide.
Gatti comes out and attacks with the left hook. The left eye really bothering Arturo between rounds.
Well, that great script writer in the sky has written another Gatti script.
Yes, he has.
Harold, how do you have it through 6?
This is absolutely unbelievable. 57, 56, 4 rounds to 2. Ivan Robinson. I got Ivan Robinson by 1 point. The 5th round was the critical round of the fight, Jim. Could have gone either way. I really thought Robinson outfought him in the 5th round, so that's where I got Robinson by a point. But let me tell you, this is sensational.
But you gave the 6th round to Gatti.
Oh, without question. They almost had him out at the end of the 6th round.
Yeah, but Robinson almost had him out in the middle of the 6th round.
But Jim, I thought Gatti's punches were much more devastating at the end. You had to give it to Gatti.
All right.
I had the score the exact same way. You recall I said at the end of the round, Jim, he's finished the stronger fighter.
The eye on Gatti is really closing bad. He needs to make something happen pretty quickly here if he can.
Well, he's not really dangerous until it's totally closed.
Well, you remember, he's not following his own advice, Robinson. Remember, he said that when you hurt Gatti, that's when you got to get out of there.
Yeah, but
he
like
hurt Gatti and went after him and caught a punch that turned the tide.
And his corner told him, don't fight for the crowd. Fight a smart fight. Stay away from the guy when you hurt him.
Yeah, the guys in his corner saw the Ruelas fight. They know what happens when you chase Arturo Gatti. There's one thing George Foreman always says, don't chase a big puncher. Right hand over the top by Robinson. Left hook lands for Robinson. Gatti not able to find the target as much in round number 7.
Robinson seems weary too, though.
Both fighters very tired.
Good left hook to the body by Arturo. Every round Robinson wins now, a possible step toward the upset victory.
Stop on this. Step out, step out. Come on. Ivan, let's go.
They're throwing some big punches at one another now, Jim. Both guys looking for a knockout.
All right, just walk out clean. Come on.
Blood flowing from the cut under Gatti's eye as Robinson lands combination after combination.
On the bell, fellas.
Robinson fought a smarter round in that round.
Good round. Took the crowd out of the fight, too. Took the crowd back out of the fight.
I got Joe. I got it. Okay, hold on. Relax, baby. Breathe in, Joe. Hey, Arthur. Breathe in. Let me see you breathe in. Nice. That's nice and easy. Nice and easy.
Arturo, buddy, you gotta go in behind the jab, okay? You can't go in empty, okay? You hear what I'm saying? Behind that shoulder and behind the jab. I know you're tired, but you gotta be good behind that shoulder, okay? Don't give him nothing. When he starts firing, I want you tick-tock, okay? You okay? Come on now.
Only a couple rounds, baby. A couple rounds. It's anybody's fight now. Anybody's fight. All I have to do is put it on the foot. Come here. All I got. Back my left. Okay.
Well, they told us before the fight it would be Bob Waring and not Lou Duva who would be doing most of the talking in Gatti's corner, and that has been true throughout the fight.
Right now, Gatti needs the U.S. cavalry because he's probably a couple points behind.
And you heard Bob Waring saying that he wanted Gatti to go in behind the jab. Arturo has landed only 41 out of 247, 1/6, 17% of his jabs in the fight. So he may be thinking, why should I be going in behind my jab? I'm not even landing a thing.
He said to go behind the jab for defensive purposes. Maybe that jab will deflect the right hand some when he's coming in.
He wants to land left hooks. Ivan Robinson with a brilliant performance through the first 7 rounds. Seeming to pile up a lead on the scorecards as he goes into the last 3. An underdog against the living lightweight legend Arturo Gatti. And that legend may be taking a step toward extinction tonight.
Let's go.
Both fights seem to be catching a little bit of a second wind now.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go.
They both look tired at the end of 7. Gatti trying to go back to boxing. Robinson definitely moving faster on his feet now than he did in the rounds preceding this one.
I think he's trying to start boxing and staying away like he should have been doing the whole time now.
Well, you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but if you're Ivan Robinson, in the back of your mind, you got to be thinking 7 more minutes and I've won this fight.
Now you keep taking punches like that, though, Jim.
Yeah, well, Gatti has landed some hard punches, and Robinson has taken them very well. He may be the biggest guy we've seen Gatti fight, and he seems to be handling the power reasonably well.
More and more, Robinson making Gatti chase. But Gatti continuing to land when he's able to get in close.
Stop punching, walk out, walk him out.
Good right hand by Ivan Robinson.
Big right hand and a big left hook by Gatti, trying to score that one dramatic punch that'll turn the fight around for him. 6 minutes to go.
Let's walk it out. All right.
You did great. That was a good round for you. You can do that all day, okay? And you didn't let him get hit with nothing, okay? You've got good defense. That's where to fall. Beautiful, beautiful.
This right now.
Okay. That's a good jab. Okay, now take your time. We got 2 more rounds, okay?
Hey, more round. All right, let me get the... Yeah, okay. You all right? You okay? Give me that water. Here. Hey. You okay? Immediately, give me...
Touch him in soft spots. Put it down there in the soft spot. Come on. Ivan, this fucking fight too close for you to let it go.
Okay.
Easy, baby. This bum can't beat you. If you get busy and get the movement and get your angles and shit, you understand?
Gatti liked that round. Every time he's landed some good punches, however, you see Robinson coming back.
Robinson landing at 49% through the course of the fight. Gatti landing at 32%. Arturo's punches packing a little more power, perhaps, but Robinson has the advantage of directing the judge's attention to Gatti's badly damaged left eye throughout the fight, because he got it to swell and to bleed after only one round. Bob Waring urging Gatti to box, and Arturo has managed to stay behind the jab and keep his shoulders perpendicular rather than square to the opponent for the last couple of rounds. But it's late in a fight in which he is likely trailing on the scorecards.
Come on, don't tie him up. All right, stop punching, let him out. Come on, Gatti, walk it out, walk it out.
You know, Bob Waring seems to be doing a pretty good job with Arturo. This is his first time ever working out in front of a fighter, and it doesn't seem like it's too bad. I think a few more fights and he'll be a good trainer for Arturo Gatti. But he actually is good now.
But as you pointed out at the top, nobody's going to change Arturo much.
Not much at all.
You're just talking about refining what is already a well-defined style.
And fine-tuning, that's right, exactly what you already have.
And while the odds may have been 4-1, as Larry pointed out, he's in against a really good fighter in Ivan Robinson.
Oh, that hurt Arturo Gatti.
Huge ninth round for Ivan Robinson, trying to finish Arturo Gatti off. Gatti wobbling, seemingly almost out on his feet. Watch him erupt with a big left hook here any minute.
He needs to put his hands up. He's taking too many punches here, Jim.
And there's the attempted eruption, but Robinson ducking the punches. Ivan Robinson fully in command now as we come down the stretch of the ninth. Left hook landed for Gatti, but Robinson's okay.
You ask me what Gatti's future holds. Because of his exciting style, Jim, there will always be good fighters willing to fight him. Maybe a rematch is in his future.
With them double uppercut shots, baby. You understand? Don't be trying to knock that guy out. Don't worry about trying to knock him out. Win the fight, win the fight. You need this round. Okay. How many times I told you this? Too many. All right then. You know what I'm talking about?
Give this guy nothing, okay?
Take this guy and you gotta go down. You gotta go down.
Early in the round, Gatti getting wobbled by some of Robinson's stiff, straight punches right there.
And Gatti landed only 2 out of 34 jabs in the ninth round. He will go with power punches in the 10th to try to pull it out against good friend Ivan Robinson. Harold, how do you have it going into the 10th?
Jim, 6 rounds to 3, 86-84. Mighty Ivan Robinson. Jim, I got to tell you, I haven't seen a performance like this from a Philadelphia fighter since Benny Briscoe retired. I just love it. Ivan Robinson fighting his heart out. I mean, he don't have to the power, but certainly he's got the heart, great ability, moving, just keeps whacking Arturo Gatti with left jabs and right hands. I think Ivan Robinson deserves this fight so far.
Robinson's performance here tonight, reminiscent of Meldrick Taylor's first 9 rounds against Julio Cesar Chavez. Now, can Gatti pull out a last round miracle the way Chavez did? Chavez looked a little better. If you were to judge the fight by a side-by-side picture of the two faces, it's no contest. Robinson looks fresh and relatively unmarked. Gatti looks like Gatti. Good left hook by Arturo.
The uppercut really hurt Arturo's left eye there.
By the scoring of both Harold and I, Gatti needs a knockdown in this round to avoid a defeat.
Yeah, to pull out a draw, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Walk him out, Robinson. Walk him out. All right, great. Sit back. Stop punching. Let him out. Come on.
How big a factor do you think Gatti's damaged left eye has been in Robinson's ability to land so many punches, Roy? How big a factor has the damaged left eye been in Robinson's ability to land so many punches?
I think it's been a big effect because it blinded Arturo Gatti from seeing that right hand, and Ivan landed at the right hand all night long. Oh, that was a right hand to knock Ivan cold. Ivan is almost out of his feet.
Gatti again. 44 seconds to go. This would be the miracle of all miracles if he's able to pull it off. Robinson trying to hold. Gatti looking for one big clincher. Now Robinson seems to be collecting himself. Oh, what a right hand that was.
I think Gatti spent himself. I don't think there's too much left to pull this off.
He's still trying though, Larry. He's still trying hard, Larry.
Oh, what drama.
What a fight.
Oh, what drama. What an unbelievable fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we may well have seen a fight of the year. Let's hear it for mighty Ivan Robinson and Arturo Gatti.
Look at this. This is the punch that almost starts Ivan Robinson.
That almost knocked him cold in his tracks, Jim. Look at him. He was almost out.
Shades of the Ruelas fight. But Robinson survived that one and stood through the full 10 rounds. In the kind of fight we've come to recognize over the past 2.5 years, you see most frequently on Boxing After Dark.
Thank goodness I fight on regular HBO.
No, you wouldn't want to be in one of these, Roy.
I'm not going to be in one of these if I can help it.
Harold Dudeman, how'd your card wind up?
Jim, you know, this is very interesting. I got it 95-94, 6 rounds to 4, Ivan Robinson. But, Jim, let me tell you, there's a real good argument for a 10-8 round in that 10th round. And that would even it up and cause a draw. Because, you know, when a guy gets staggered like that, even without a knockdown, certainly the judges would be correct in calling it 10-8. I almost called it 10-8. But to be perfectly frank, I thought Robinson held on and fought back enough late in the round so that Gatti only wins the 10th round 10-9, so I got Robinson by a point.
Well, too late for the chant of Gatti, Gatti, Gatti to influence the judges, but the crowd gets in one last element of support for their man as Mark Biro prepares to read the scores.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a split decision. Judge Ed Leahy scores it 96-93, Gatti. Judge Melvina Lathan scores it 98-93, Robinson. And Judge Steve Weisfeld scores it 96-94 to the winner by split decision, mighty Ivan Robinson.
Well, there are a lot of members of the crowd.
Salute in his memory. Hall of Famer Archie Moore, may he rest in peace. Now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Mark G. Edis Arena at the Trump Taj Mahal Casino Resort on the Boardwalk in Atlantic City, main events in association with Budweiser, the undisputed, undefeated king of beers. This Bud's for You presents the HBO main event of the evening, the rematch of the fight of the year. 10 rounds, lightweights. Your judges at ringside, assigned by the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board. From New York City, George Colon. From Trenton, New Jersey, Joe Pasquale. And from Atlantic City, New Jersey, Gene Williams. Your referee for this event, from Sayreville, New Jersey, Benji Esteves. Introducing now the principals first. In the blue corner to my right, wearing the all-black trunks, weighing in at 135 pounds, with a professional record of 29 victories, 3 defeats. He has 24 wins coming by way of knockout. He hails from Jersey City, New Jersey, introducing Arturo Thunder Gatti. His opponent in the red corner, wearing the black trunks and the gold trim. He weighs in at 133 3/4 pounds. His professional record, 26 victories, 2 defeats, 10 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the pride of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, introducing Ivan Mighty Robinson. 10 rounds, lightweights.
Okay, men, doing it again. Again, obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch up and good luck to both of us.
Gatti says he hates having to fight from desperation, but this is a desperate fight for him. Will that make a difference?
And already the chant begins in the crowd. Gatti, Gatti, Gatti. His fans have an unequaled passion for their man. Round 1 begins, and as we've already shown you tonight, Gatti is prone to great difficulty with his left eye when properly assaulted by an opponent in round 1. And Robinson sneaks in a jab.
It starts off briskly. Robinson surprised everybody in the first fight by jumping right on Gatti and establishing that he was quicker and willing to mix, but he's a little bit more resourceful right here.
Robinson threw 112 punches in round 1 of the first fight and said yesterday, well, I try to do something a little different at the start of every fight, so you might not see the same thing. Robinson popping his jab, and accurately so early on. Gatti going to the body.
Gatti is boxing him like he said, but he's aggressively boxing him. He can win a fight like this.
Moving his head quite a bit, like right there.
He has to move his head because Robinson is a pinpoint puncher.
Gatti actually slipped a Robinson jab there. I'm not sure he was able to do that in the first fight.
Step out of there, clean both of you.
You hear trainers telling fighters to move their heads all the time, Roy. Can you punch while you're moving your head?
Yeah, you can punch while you move your head, but the one thing I like to say about Arturo already is that he showed improvement from that first fight because he made an adjustment already.
But already the redness begins around Arturo's left eye. And after Arturo landed a vicious left-right combination, Robinson came back with one of his own. Now Robinson moving to his left and jabbing as he does and landing on Arturo's face. Uppercut and a left hand straight by Gatti. Robinson lands a left and a right of his own.
The biggest punch for Gatti to deal with here is Robinson's right uppercut. Because he's always wide open for when his hands are spread. The way Gatti holds his hands always allows Arturo Gatti to land that right uppercut on the inside. And last fight, he totally dominated Arturo Gatti with that right uppercut.
Gatti giving a much better account of himself in round 1 tonight. Robinson landing and effective in the first round, but not swarming Gatti the way he did August 22. Arturo looking more energetic with more head movement, and the left hook to the body can be a good weapon for him. And he sneaks in a right hand along the ropes and rallies against Robinson as the seconds tick down in round 1. And here comes the mighty Ivan. They're off to another start. And Robinson smiles at Gatti as he did so frequently 4 months ago. Two sportsmen who like to fight.
Can't stay on the ropes, baby. You got to go to the center. You must go to the center, son.
Okay.
You must. All right. You got to jab. Please jab.
Right, they're trying to counter my jab.
Okay. Please jab. Don't worry about trying to fight him, Marvin. Don't worry about trying to fight him.
You're supposed to be going. Right. Okay, now what's what? Keep stepping that way. You understand? You started moving your head good, then all of a sudden you just stop. Come on. You gotta constantly remind yourself, okay? Now listen to me. Look, move down here, move down here. Keep the pressure on this guy like that. Start throwing more uppercuts when you get in close. As soon as you get in there, let them uppercuts go, okay? And then move that head when you finish. When you finish, punch and step around the guy.
Here's one of several good combinations that Robinson landed in the first fight. In the first round, excuse me. He's just a faster-handed fighter. Gatti's going to have to fight through that in the hopes of catching him in the second half of the fight.
But while there's some swelling around Gatti's eyes, by no means the kind of difficulty we've seen him experience in so many of his previous bouts. Robinson comes out and starts round 2 with a combination. Gatti fires back a combination of his own. And there's the head movement that you heard Ronnie Shields begging for between rounds, as Arturo is actually able to slip a couple of punches.
Yeah, and Larry's asking, could you punch while moving your head? You're supposed to punch in a rhythm out of that. Once you get your head in that certain rhythm, you punch like he did just then. He went outside and came back with a punch. You bring punches behind the head movement.
Both fighters landed more than 30 blows in round number 1. Gatti's jab connect percentage, 12 out of 36, doesn't sound great, but that's better than he did in the first fight.
Can't keep waiting on Robinson. He has to, on Gatti. He has to attack Gatti some. He's letting Gatti bring the fight to him too much now.
Robinson not seizing the initiative tonight the way he did so clearly in the first 3 rounds back on August 22.
Well, I think that's because Gatti was readier for him.
There's There's that uppercut.
And has been a little bit harder to hit.
Roy Jones told you about Robinson's right-hand uppercut and how he tattooed Gatti with it 4 months ago.
Yeah, he has a beautiful right uppercut and a left uppercut. And Gatti has to be careful of both of those punches.
I got you. Nice and easy. Nice and clean. Let's go.
Robinson reaching for the body. He hasn't really done any body work early on. Gatti punished Robinson some to the body in round number 1. Haymaker didn't land for Robinson. Left hook does.
Cut already by Gatti, I think. Yeah, good.
Yep, there's the blood. Left eye again.
That left hook seemed to just scrape Gatti as he moved away. I'm not sure it's dangerous. Well, Gatti knows the fight has started now.
Yep. If he weren't bleeding, you wouldn't be sure he was breathing. Robinson targeting the eye with a right hand haymaker. And a little left uppercut underneath. Gatti coming over the top, trying to land against Ivan. Ivan stepping up the accuracy rate down the stretch in round 2. Quicker hands, Ivan Robinson.
He has very quick hands, Jim. Super fast with his combinations.
And showing the confidence of a man who believes that he has found his ideal big fight opponent.
And he has always been good at the big fights. In his career in Philadelphia, he's been booed. But for his big fights,
Out of your chest. I want the right
he's been
hand
right
up.
there.
Get it up. Back on it to the big side. Get it up and go home.
No problem, Doc. No problem.
Now listen to me. Listen. You gotta listen to me.
Open this. Yeah.
Listen to me. Okay, look. Continue going to your right. Continue going to your right. Like you're doing, okay? Look, you had the guy very confused. All of a sudden, you just stay right there. What you do as soon as you get in the inside? I told you to throw uppercuts as soon as you get in the inside.
Come on.
Okay, let him work. Let him work, all right? Let him do his job. Look. As soon as you get in close, throw uppercuts. Okay? As soon as you get in the inside, Arturo, give me some uppercuts, okay? Come on, here, drink.
Punch, baby, punch.
Referee Benji Esteves is saying that the cut came from a butt.
Good right hand by Robinson and another.
How could you tell? How could you tell if the cut came from a butt in a fight like this against a guy like Gatti? How could you tell?
I don't even know.
Well, it's possible that he saw it. Sometimes we've seen those things happen. I didn't think there was a butt, to tell you the truth.
I didn't either.
Good body shot by both fighters.
Robinson willing to stand and trade with Gatti. Trainer Butch Catley doesn't want him to do it, but Ivan is so confident, and now Gatti's got him going a little bit.
Ivan does a good job of playing possum, too. Makes you think he's down and out, then he rallies back.
I think Robinson might have gotten dinged a little bit by one of those shots.
He's fine now. But not punching back as Gatti looks for openings. And there's another right hand by Arturo. And a left to the body. And a right to the body. I love the body work, Roy. That's a smart move.
Those are the best punches that Arturo got, though. He has to move his head real close, though. Because if he does, he's going to get caught with big punches by Robinson. He's standing straight up in front of Robinson. He can't afford to do that.
Standing there and waiting for the receipt, and Robinson finally giving it to him.
Well, I guess the boxing match is over.
I think it ended in round 1.
Remember, it's a non-title fight, so again, it's scheduled for 10 rounds. Ivan Robinson grinning to himself as he evades the Gatti onslaught and goes forward in round 3.
Good jabs by Gatti. Something we didn't see much of in the first fight.
Well, that was one thing he promised, was that he would jab better and work behind it.
And he's been doing a good job of it.
And he's been sneaking in the body shots, too. And Robinson hurts him with a 1-2 in the middle of the ring. Blood is flowing a little bit again from Gatti's left eye. Well, no more head movement.
The This is when Gatti is dangerous. But Robinson was very measured when he came after him right here. Well, this is what everybody came to see, folks.
Oh, man.
Oh, that body shot hurt Gatti bad. That body shot hurt Gatti real bad.
Arturo's almost out of here. Ivan Robinson just doesn't have the power to put him away.
Don't believe that, Jim. He does have the power. He's just not taking his time to set it up. And you have to be careful because this is the best time for Arturo to put him away, too.
Right hand landed flush on Gatti's cheek. He makes it out of round 3, and Robinson's upset with himself for not having finished him off. 59 out of 100 punches for Ivan Robinson in that round.
Stand your pace. Then stand your pace now.
Arturo, listen to me. Listen to me. Look, you're coming up high every time. You gotta, when you finish punching, step around the guy. Come on now. Come on.
Got a hole here. That was a good fucking round, but you let too much happen. Okay? Now let's go in there and take charge of this motherfucker. This guy.
Well, there you can see Robinson working on him. Gatti lost his driver's license a year and a half ago. He's about to get it back, but right now it looks like he's getting hit by a truck.
This is what he loves, Larry.
Comes out and fires twice to the body. Robinson landed 51 of 84 power shots in the preceding round. Harold Letterman, what's your scorecard so far?
3-0, 30-27. Ivan Robinson. Jim, this is the kind of fight that could make you forget Zale Graziano. Incredible fight. Ivan Robinson outboxing him, outpunching him, outmaneuvering him, just beating him in every way. So far, a shutout for Robinson.
That last fight, last round could have been a 10-8 round. But I have the same score as Harold.
Both fighters a little tired in the first minute of round 4.
Yeah, but you can bet that there will be more fireworks.
And you heard Butch Cathay, Robinson's trainer, telling him you let too much happen in that round. I'm sure it was fun, you got a lot done, but don't let it get that wild. Cognizant of what Larry said to you earlier, Gatti's never more dangerous than when he's hurt.
You know, what we haven't given Robinson enough credit for, both tonight, we did in the last fight, is how he's taken the punches.
Yes, he is.
That's really why he's still here.
He's doing a superb job of taking punches from a big puncher.
Right hand lands flush. Gatti smiles.
Well, as Robinson told us, if you miss him, you have to be trying to.
Pointing out to Esteves that his head was being pulled down. Esteves says, don't worry, no point will be deducted.
Let's keep it clean. Let's keep it clean. You all right? Are you okay? All right,
and Robinson's ready to continue.
Let's go. Keep it clean.
Well, you talked about how Ivan likes to play possum, Roy.
He does. And it makes for a very exciting fight. This is what the fans like to see. They like to see it.